Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. So as you can see, I've got my tray mould on my table. I really want to have a practice at ocean waves, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm basically going to do the usual with the sand and the 3 different coloured resins, and then I'm going to have a little go at the waves with a little bit of silicone oil. This is Pebbio, I think that's how you say it, silicone oil. Drop a little bit of that in the white and see if we can get some cells. So let's mix some resin. So I've mixed up just over 200 mils of resin, and today's resin is J. Diction Crystal Clear Epoxy. It gives me a 40-minute work time, which I think I'm going to need. I've split it out into 4 little cups. I've got slightly less in that one because that's the one I'm going to put my sand into, and then these 3 I'm going to put colours in. I've got no idea how much I'm going to need. I've got a little bit of clear left, and I'm going to use that to make up my white, and for a spare little bit of clear. So the colours I've chosen, I've got some new mica powders. They're from a company called About. 3 different colours. We've got a royal blue, which actually is darker than the dark blue. This one is just plain blue, and this one is turquoise, which is quite a greeny turquoise if you compare it to the blue. So those are the colours that we're going to use. And like I say, I'm going to put sand in that one, so I'm going to mix these up and I will be back. As you can see, I've already mixed my resin. I've put the colours in it rather, and what you haven't seen because I did it off camera is I've sprayed my mould with silicone release. So I haven't done one of these in a while, and I haven't done one on this scale yet, so it's a bit scary. So I've mixed my sand in. I'm going to add it fairly gradually, because you can put it in but you can't take it out. And I'm just going to move it around to where I want it. I think I could do with a little bit more there. Like I said, I have got some spare clear waiting in the wings in case I need to make up any more. Let's have a little bit here. Do you know what? I'm just going to whack all this in and spread it about, I think. I think that might be the way to go. Spread it where I want it. So I don't know whether you've noticed the ridiculously small cocktail lolly stick that I'm using. So I ordered from Amazon some small cocktail sticks, thinking that I was going to get some of these. I didn't know lolly sticks came this small, did you? I'm not gonna lie, I did laugh when they came and I opened them, and I'm just like, oh my god, they are ridiculous. And then I thought, well, you know, for little thing, you know, when I'm mixing little colours in like this, they'll probably be all right. I'm just going to spread this over a little bit, get a little bit more of this sand over this side, because it seems to be a bit resin heavy on this side. And I don't want it too deep either, because I do intend on adding some shells, just a couple of little shells. I've picked some rocks, some stones out of my gravel drive, because I thought they looked a little bit rocky, like rocks jutting out of the water. Okie dokie, so that's my sand in. I might spread it up a little bit because this is quite a big mould. thin it out at the edge so that some of the coloured resin flows back over the sand. I think for some reason this mould's going out of shape, not sure why, because I do store them flat, but can't be helped because now the resin is in there. So okie dokie, so let's go with our lighter colour first. I'm not going to go right up to the beach yet, and I'm not going to put all the colours in either, all of the resin in one go. I think I will with that colour. That colour's gorgeous. A little bit more of this one. Okay, so I'm going to smooth it out, get my fingers in there, sort of tap it around a bit. This bubble here in the mould is concerning me a little bit. I'm not sure why that's gone like that. So I'm just tapping this resin because it gives it a nice swirly effect. As we know, resin does what it wants, so it may not actually stay like that, but we'll see. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this clear in along this beach line, just to fill the mould out a little bit. Yeah, that's a worry. Okay. And let's just dab that in a little bit. Mix that in a little bit. Give my hands a wipe. Oh, I'm not quite up to the edge of the mould there, but everywhere else I am, so that's good. That was fun, sticking my hands in there. So let's give this a little bit of a move around. I was hoping that the weight of the resin would maybe weigh that down, but it's not, which is a worry. But it's in now, so whatever happens, we are going to have to go with it. Just using up any last bits that I've got in here. And then I can get rid of these cups. Clean myself up again. And then I'm going to go make up my white and get myself ready. I'll be back in a sec. So as you can see, I've popped a few of the rocks in and a few of the shells, a little bit of dried flowers, that greenery that I felt looked a bit seaweedy. But this area here is still quite a cause for concern. Now, what I've done with these rocks here and these shells is I've drizzled some clear over them to give them a nice seal and make them look wet. So I'm just going to do that here. I just hope that when I do the white, that helps it, and then filling it up maybe. I don't know, but if that doesn't work, I think this mould's going to be pretty useless. I'll try packing it to see if just to see if it goes back into shape, but I honestly don't know. But I keep moving it back, keep moving the resin back, and it just keeps, even the rocks have slid. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, to be honest, but I might as well carry on because I can't really do much with a load of resin in there, so it's going to have to cure anyway, so I might as well try and carry on. So I'm going to mix up some white. I do still need to keep a bit of clear, so I'm just going to halve that maybe. Where's my white? So the white I'm using is my usual Decorum resin dye paste. Give it a good shake, because this one really separates. Make sure it's not streaky. Should be white enough. Just test it on there. Yeah, it should be white enough. Better wipe that back off again, because you know what I'm like. I will put my arm in it. Okie dokie. Let's move on to the next stage. So I'm back. I'm just gonna add a little bit of white in there, because I'm told it will keep the white from blending too much with the colour. I'm going to put a little bit around there as well, because I actually think some white sea foam around those rocks might work. So I'm just going to put, I have no idea how much to use, so I'm just going to put a couple of drops of that in there. I don't know whether that was even on camera, but that was coming out so quick. Give it a mix in. Squeeze my cup together. I'm going to put a little bit around here. I've just put the cup, oh god, that's way too much. But look at that, it's forming cells already. We might have salvaged this. Maybe I'll put a little bit more around these rocks. I think I'll use my stick for that bit because I don't think I'm going to be able to aim that because it's a bit small. Look at the cells forming in that already. I might have gone a bit overboard with this with the silicone actually. So let's put a bit more in. Sorry if you can see my head, but I need to do this bit standing up. Doesn't help that I'm dripping straight into it. Okay, I'm going to give this a blow. Well, I'm actually pleased with that. I really thought that this was going to be a problem. But, touch wood, and I am touching the stick, touch wood, it works okay. Now I'm not going to add any more of that in there. What I might do is make up some white. I've still got some clear left, is make up some white without the oil in and just put some on the edges just to define it a little bit. But let's see what we can do with that. I've only got a little tiny bit of clear left, but that's really all I need. The way it is at the moment, I mean, I think it's a bit overdone, but it is my first time using this silicone oil. Way too much came out. It looks like one drop would have been enough. I might be about to ruin it even more actually by adding this white in, but we'll see. I am going to do it from the stick though. I'm not going to put anything around that rock. I'm just going to draw it in like that. And then I think afterwards, well, I'll decide before I demould it, but I think because there's still a little bit of space in the mould, I might put a layer of clear, but we'll see. Okay, let's give that a little blow and see what that's like. Cool. Okay. Okay, at that point I'm going to stop because I've given the waves a little bit more definition, and I'm going to leave it where it is. We'll let it cure. I'm going to keep an eye on this section here, but we'll see what happens there, and I'll be back for the next stage. So this is cured now, and I'm not entirely happy with it, so I'm not going to give it another top coat because I don't want to use any more resin, but I'm not disappointed in it either. I'm really pleased with the cells I've got. I definitely used too much white because it's sort of spread out a bit more than I would like, but let's take it out because I need to see what's going on underneath here. I mean, you can see it's quite thin where my fingers are from that bump in the mould. Apart from that, I do actually quite like it. Definitely going to have a go at this again. Obviously it's still soft. I'm going to have to make sure that I lay it flat. But on the whole, I'm quite pleased with it. I actually quite like the white around this. It sort of makes me think of rushing water. And I could do, I don't know whether I need bigger shells or not. Actually, I think the size of those shells are okay. If I need bigger shells, I'd need bigger rocks, wouldn't I? So anyway, yeah, so there you go. If you can have a look there, you can see where the mould was sort of dented up. I really don't know what happened there. So the only thing is now, I think as it finishes curing, this bit, because it's still soft, will probably sink and then there'll be a dent in it. But you know, we'll see. But on the whole, I enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed practicing using the silicone oil, and you know, practicing doing some cells. It's a shame they've disappeared a bit now because I've got too much white in, but I still like it. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to the channel. Stick a like on the video. The links to everything that I've used will be in the description, as are the links to my Etsy store and to buy me a coffee. Anything that comes in from that goes straight back into the channel. Thank you everybody for your support. I've got over 500 subscribers now, which is really cool. I never thought I'd get there. You know, it's not a lot in the great scheme of things with other channels, but to me, I'm just really pleased. So thanks guys, and all that's left to say now is take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye.